Okay, the lighting is a little bit harsh, but unfortunately my window is on this side and my books are on this side, so we're just making do with what we've got. Hello everyone, I hope you all had a lovely New Year's and Christmas. It is, at the time I'm filming this, the 30th of December, so it's not quite the new year yet. But I didn't want to film my wrap up because technically there's still 2 days left of December, so I'm just waiting until it hits January before I film my wrap up. So I thought instead I would film my January prompt video. We have upgraded the jar this year. It is actually a jar now. I got this for Christmas as part of one of my gifts, which was really nice. So I've repurposed it as my reading prompt jar. I also lost my little paper cup in the move, so I don't know where it's gone. So I've written all new prompts, some old, some new, and put them in here, and I will continue to add them as the year goes on, but I definitely will be reusing these prompts as a lot of them are relevant to a lot of the books on my shelves, and I have a huge TBR to get through this year. So my main goal of 2024 is to stick to my book buying ban, and that ban sticks until I have less than 20 books on my physical TBR, and they basically can all fit in my TBR cart, which is right next to me at the moment. So that's the goal. We have started the ban, and I know it's definitely possible to do. I do obviously have exceptions to that ban because I feel like if you see me buy a book, you can be like, Sarah, you've broken the ban. So that is not the case. I am allowed to buy any new releases that I've been anticipating or wanting to read. If I have bought a part of the series and I want to finish it and I don't have the next book, I'm allowed to buy it. The third one being if there's a book that I come across that has not been in stock in my store for yonks and it's finally come in, I'll take it because I know if I wait and I go to get it again, it's not going to be there. So those are going to be my 3 exceptions to the ban. I am going to do what I've been doing in the past TBR prompt videos. I'm choosing 8 books and we will choose them purely from my TBR jar. I've got a lot of the books behind me. As you can see, some of them are not in frame, but I will make sure to show you guys. Oh, what did you do it? Odie is currently sitting behind the camera. Are you coming to say hello? So without further ado, let's get our first video for 2024 underway. Oh, I got one. What a start. A book with an ugly cover. Okay, now I strive to have really pretty covers on my shelf. I think what I'm going to do is I have one in mind, but I'm going to wait and use this probably as like my last prompt, only because if I pick it and then I get another prompt which I know this book could fall under, then I can use it for that. So I'm holding on to this for now. We will come back to that. Oh, an author's debut novel. I don't think I have. This is going to be difficult because I'm actually not too sure. No, I don't know. Okay, knocked all my books down. Oh, hold on. I might have found one. I found one. So, my chosen book for author's debut novel is My Oxford Year by Julia Whelan. I do believe this book has already come up in a TBR video now that I think about it. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it, alright? It's a fresh year, fresh start. That's what I'm thinking. So I've had this on my shelf for a little while now. I actually just really like the cover, and the title just seemed very comforting and sweet. So that's what piqued my interest in this book. We'll see how we go. Third prompt. A book with a pretty cover. Oh my god. Look, guys, we're doing it. 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 I've had this book on my TBR for months, and it came out and I've been wanting to read it for so long. Wildfire by Hannah Grace. Again, another one in my TBR. It's been another one that's been in my TBR, but that's so fine. This is our third pick. A book that matches the current season. Okay, so we're in summer. Oh, hold on. That's summary. Hold on. Guys, some of you might think this is cheating. I think this is not cheating at all. I'm going to use this as my book that matches the current season prompt, because I had another book on my mind that has a beautiful cover, and I think you all will be okay and happy with me to do this. So no hard feelings, hopefully. Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber is going to be a book with a pretty cover. It's time! Next book. A book in a series! Yeah! I have so many series that I'm in the middle of at the moment, which I want to do a video on. Like, Throne of Glass is one. Vampire Academy is another. Nah, I want to do it. I'm ready for the next one. Nope, we want the next one. Okay. Ah, we made it. So, for the book, hello. Hi. Hi, you're helping me film. That's alright. So the book that I chose for the series prompt is To Sir Philip with Love by Julia Quinn. This is the 5th book in the Bridgerton series, and it is Eloise's story. So excited, hello. As I was saying, I'm going to pick up the 5th book in the Bridgerton series. Oh my god, it's Eloise's story. I'm so freaking excited for this. We're cuddling. What are we up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I haven't chosen the book with the ugly cover. So we're going to go with 6. A book that's over 500 pages. That's a very romancy month. Do I want to chuck in a fantasy? The book that I have chosen for the prompt of a book that's over 500 pages is Heir of Fire by Sarah J Maas. This is the 4th installment of the Throne of Glass series. It's another series that I really want to finish, and so I feel like including it in prompts is going to help me finish it, because at the moment it is not my favorite thing in the entire world. It's not something I'm reaching for, but I definitely do want to continue with the series. It's not something I hate that I want to DNF. I do want to continue it, so I may as well try and continue it before I go back to uni, because I feel like once I'm back at uni it's gonna be a lot harder to finish. Alright, we're gonna go for a second last prompt. A book set in a different continent. That's kind of easy because not many books are set in Australia. So I have quite a few different books I could choose. The book I've chosen is Return to the Little Coffee Shop of Kabul, which is the sequel to The Little Coffee Shop of Kabul. If you don't know where Kabul is based in Afghanistan, and it is in the continent Asia. So I kind of thought of this as soon as I read the prompt, because I have wanted to read this book for a while. It's been on my TBR list. It actually there hasn't really been the excuse for not reading it. I read the first one. I did really enjoy it. This book didn't exist when the first book was out, and then when I saw this one I picked it up in excitement, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So I will be getting around to it this month. I'm really trying to pick books that have been on my TBR for a long time rather than a short amount of time. Okay, the final prompt, but the second last book picking. A book with a person on the cover. I'm gonna do it. I'm trying to give myself a few different prompts, like different books, so I've got a variety of genres, because I'm such a mood reader. I should not ever do a prompt video where I have all of one genre. So if I ever post a video where all my TBR is of one genre, yell at me in the comments and make me refilm and upload, because no. Do I want to read? Am I trying to stop myself from reading? This is probably going to absolutely devastate me, but the best time for me to read memoirs or non-fiction books is when I am not at uni and I have the time to actually really take in a person's life. And I read Jeanette McCurdy's I'm Glad My Mum Died at the beginning of this year. I read Educated by Tara Westover the year before, I think, and it was on Jack's family holiday. So we have his family holiday in January, so it was something else I had in mind, because I was like, would I want to read this on the waterfront, like, you know, kind of thing. So this is probably going to ruin my holiday in the best way possible. Matthew Perry's Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. Am I gonna cry? Probably. Oh my god, that's such a short book. What the hell? It's only like it's 250 pages. Back to the final prompt. I think ugly is a very strong word, because if a cover is actually ugly and I can say it's ugly, it's not on my shelf. Sorry, if I want to read it, it will come in Kindle form, and then if they ever release a different cover, then it will go on my shelf. I only reserve my shelf for nice looking books. So I'm going to say I'm going to change the wording to like dull or ordinary, or like an kind of cover, and we'll see how we go. I'm going to read, I've had this book since lockdown, guys. It's slightly embarrassing. Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. Don't ask me why I haven't picked it up yet. Like, I was literally going to pick it up at its peak, but I didn't. So I think because it has peaked and gone, I just haven't picked it up. So this is the chance. If I don't like it, it will just be DNF. And as always, to end the video, I will be sharing with you guys a quick wrap up of what we've chosen to read in January. First up, we have Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman, My Oxford Year by Julia Whelan, Wildfire by Hannah Grace, Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, To Sir Philip with Love by Julia Quinn, Heir of Fire by Sarah J Maas, Return to the Little Coffee Shop of Kabul by Deborah Rodriguez, Friends, Lovers and the Big Terrible Thing by Matthew Perry. So these are my picks for January. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give a big thumbs up because it lets me know you enjoy the videos, and subscribe if you're new because this is not the only book content you will be seeing. My channel is full of book content and I have so much more to film and share with you guys over the next year. Again, I hope you all had a lovely Christmas and New Year's, and I look forward to connecting with you guys more in 2024.